Today, we are here to discuss Standard 12 board preparation tips for chemistry. Okay, so as you know, HSC timetable is already out and chemistry paper is on 20th February. So hardly 2 months are left to cope up with the chemistry syllabus. So today we are going to discuss with the same. Let us start with the topic. Okay, so here, as we know, chemistry paper is of 100 marks. These 100 marks get distributed as 70 plus 30, where the 70 is of theory and 30 is of practical. So today we are going to discuss with our theory paper. Okay, fine. So students, this is a chapter-wise weightage. Okay, so as we know, there are total 16 chapters in chemistry. If you are observing to the slide properly, you will find few of the topics with the most weightage. For example, there are chapters like chemistry thermodynamics. Okay, here the marks given without option, and on other hand, here the marks given with the option. So here the chemical thermodynamics, if you are observing, total weightage without option is of 6 marks and with option is of 8 marks. Similar to this chapter, we have one more, that is elements of group 16, 17, 18. Okay, so here without option it is again of 6 marks and with option it is of 8 marks. Then transition and inner transition again with the same weightage, 6 without option and 8 with option. Okay. And one more chapter we have, that is aldehyde, ketones and carboxylic acid, where 6 marks without option and 8 marks with option are mentioned. Okay. With that, few more chapters. Okay. Like solution is there. After that, ionic equilibrium is there. Electrochemistry is there. Coordination compound is there. Okay. Halogen derivatives is there. So these are some of the very important chapters of standard 12. Okay, please observe to the slide properly. Fine. So as we know, our paper is of 70 mark, for which time duration is 3 years. Okay, and our paper is divided into 4 sections. Okay, so section A, section B, section C, and section D, these are the sections. Okay, now here section A is with the 2 questions. Okay, question number 1 and question number 2. Question number 1 contains 10 multiple choice questions which carries 1 mark each. Okay, and in the same section, question number 2 contains 8 very short answer type questions which again carries 1 mark each. Okay, so this is our section A. It means our section A is of 18 marks. Okay, now where MCQs in question number 1, you will find almost 10 theory questions in that question with 2 numericals. Okay, here this is given on the basis of previous 4 to 5 years question papers. Okay, question number 2, as I said, very short answer type of questions of 1 marks are asked in this section. Again, 7 questions of theory with 1 numerical. There is a chance to get in the question number 2. Then section B, which is containing total 12 questions. Okay, each of 2 marks. From that 12, you are expected to attempt any 8. Okay, these are again short answer type question, type 1, where almost 10 questions of theory and 2 questions of numerical you will find. Okay, then next is the section C, where again we have 12 questions. These are again short answer type question, type 2, where each of the question carries 3 marks. Okay, and again you are expected to attempt any 8 from that. Okay, where again roughly it is from the previous year papers, we get to know that almost 10 questions are coming from the theory and 2 questions from numericals. Okay, and the last section, that is section D, which is containing 5 long answer type questions, where each of the question carries 4 marks. And from these 5, you are expected to attempt any 3. Each of the question, as I said, is of 4 marks. And among these 5, with any of the question, you will definitely find one numerical for 2 marks. Okay. Now, if you are observing to the slide properly, in every section, numerical is included. Okay. So, overall weightage for the numerical is 12 to 15 marks. Clear? Okay. Fine. Now, here, this is the weightage for type of questions. So as I explained in the earlier slide, MCQs, okay, each MCQs carries 1 mark and we have 10 MCQs. So total weightage for the MCQs is what? 10 marks. Okay, after that, this belongs to section A. Similarly, very short answer type of questions also belongs to question section A. Again, 1 mark each. This is our question number 2, where you will find 8 questions and the total weightage is 8 marks. So this is what belonging to our section A. Okay, so this is our section A. Fine. After that, the next is short answer type 1 question. Okay, where you get 12 questions from which you are expected to attend any 8. This comes to section B. Okay, starts with question number 3 and ends with question number 40. So overall, the section is for 24 marks. Okay, and this is our section B. And from 24, okay, you are going to give your attempt for 16 marks. This is our section B. Fine. Okay. Now the next, it is section C. Okay. So these are again short answer type 2 questions. Okay. Each of the question carries 3 marks each. Starts with question number 15, ends with question number 26. So overall weightage, if you are observing, is 36 marks. Okay. Section C. And from these 12 questions, again, you are going to give your attempt for 8 questions. So overall weightage, okay, is for, sorry, this is 24 marks. Okay, fine. Then it is section D, long answer questions. Okay, each question is for 4 marks. Starts with question number 27 and ends with question number 31. So overall 5 questions are there. Each question for 4 marks, as we said, okay, belongs to section D, okay, from which you are expected to give your attempt for 3 questions. So overall, your attempt is for what? 12 marks. Okay, so this distribution is given with option. Okay, so your overall paper is for 98 marks, from which your attempt is for 70 marks. Clear? Okay, fine. So this is the just a percentage wise difficulty level for the questions. It is indicated in the slide. So from 98 marks of papers, you are attempting for 70 marks. So from 98, almost 30% of questions are the easiest question. Okay, so general distribution is of what? 29 marks. Okay, so this is based on previous year few question papers. Average type of questions are almost 50% and comes for 49 marks. And difficulty level questions are only 20%, which comes for 20 marks. So at least you can focus on this to get full marks in easy and average type of questions. Okay, so this is what difficulty level of questions. Fine. So, as we discussed that there are 4 sections in our question paper, section A, B, C, D. Okay, and our paper is of 70 mark and total time duration is 3 years. So, what like 3 years, how you are going to distribute, that is mentioned on this slide. Fine. So section A, as we said, this is question number 1 and question number 2. Total 18 questions, 1 mark each. So if you are taking maximum 1 or 2 minutes to each of the question, it is expected to finish with the section in 30 minutes. Okay. Then section B, your attempt is only for 8 questions. Okay. So for the 8 question, okay, hardly 4 to 5 minutes if you are taking with each of the question, you will easily get wind up within the 40 minutes. Similar to this, section C, 3 mark question. Okay, again to attempt only 8. So if you are taking maximum 6 to 7 minutes to finish up, then in 60 minutes easily you will able to finish up with the section C. Okay, and section D, only 3 questions to attempt from the 5, each question of 4 mark. Okay, so here suppose you are taking 6 to 7 minutes or maximum 8 to 10 minutes also, you will able to wind up in the 30 minutes. So as I said, section A, hardly what, 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, then section B, each question you are if taking 4 to 6 minutes. Okay, section C, if you are taking 6 to 7 minutes maximum for each question. Section D, if you are taking 8 to 10 minutes to each of the question. Then too, you will easily able to finish up within 160 minutes. So still 20 minutes are there in your hand. So how to utilize this remaining 20 minutes? So actually from this 20, initially you are supposed to go with the paper, okay, for at least 10 minutes. You need to find out which questions you are like are easy and you are going to attend. Okay, sort that easy questions and then start writing with the paper. And the last 10 minutes is for rechecking the paper. Check each of the section. Okay, underline the important words, keywords from the answer, and then submit your paper. So this is your distribution for 180 minutes. I hope you all are clear. Okay, now here few general instructions to give your attempt for chemistry paper, okay, which is also there on your question paper. So as you know, use of log table is allowed during the examination. HSC board never allow calculator. Fine. Next, figures to the right indicates full marks. Fine. Next, MCQ. This is very important point to remember. As we know, we have 10 MCQs into the question paper. Okay, so correct answer, how to indicate, how to write. So for example, any of the MCQ if it is asked, okay, let us start with the first MCQ only. Okay, so suppose this is MCQ. This is MCQ number 1 from question number 1. Okay, so for question number 1, okay, if expected answer is B, then you write the question number that is 1, then answer B, and whatever is the proper correct answer there in the given question paper, just copy over there. So this is the expected pattern. Okay, and one more thing, that here examiner is going to consider only the first attempt. Okay, it means if you are writing section A on page 1 and again you are giving your attempt for question number 1 on any of the page, suppose on the last page, then only the first attempt they are going to consider. So for MCQs, always remember this is the pattern and always the first attempt is the considered for the evaluation. Fine. I hope you understood the pattern. Question number, option number, and then the correct option. Clear? Okay. And always start writing with section A only. Okay. So section A, once you get finished with section A, go for section B. That you start with the new page. When you end up with the section B, go for section C and then section D. Clear everyone? Okay, now next is yes. These are few important notes which you are expected to remember. Fine. So here, the very first, as we know, chemistry paper or the chemistry textbook is with physical chemistry, inorganic chemistry, as well as organic chemistry. Fine. So from physical chemistry as well as from inorganic part, you will find few statements as well as few laws, which you are not expected to skip. If any law, any statement is asked in the paper, what to do? First, write the statement and then write its mathematical equation. Fine. Okay, I hope you are getting me. For example, if you are asked to write or to state Henry's law. So Henry's law belongs to chapter solutions. So on the basis of Henry's law, the statement is solubility of the gas is directly proportional to the pressure. This is the statement. Okay, when we remove the proportionality sign, it becomes S is equal to KH into P. Okay, where KH is the Henry's constant and for which we write equation as KH is equal to S upon P. So with the statement, this mathematical equation is very much important to write. Okay. Then so this is done. Then next is the definition. So if any definition is asked, for example, okay, if you are asked for the definition of osmosis. Okay, so what do you mean by osmosis? Okay, so here you are strictly, you have to refer with the textbook. Okay, so osmosis is what? Where the flow is unidirectional. So the very first keyword is what? Unidirectional. Then it is the flow from lower concentration to the higher concentration and through the semi-permeable membrane. So this is only the definition. So lower concentration is the keyword. Second, higher concentration is the keyword. Fine. Okay. And flow is through the semi-permeable membrane. Clear? So these keywords are expected into the definition. Okay. Then if you are asked to distinguish, okay, for example, solid state very first distinguish, that is crystalline and amorphous. Okay. So if crystalline and amorphous distinguish is asked into the paper, okay, then what pattern to follow? This is the pattern. Make two columns. Okay. Then suppose here you are writing about crystalline, and if you are writing on the other side amorphous. Okay, so here two columns are very much important. Then with the points, write the answer. Okay, if the question is asked for 2 mark, then what? Any 4 correct point. If the question is asked for 1 mark, then it is any 2 points. Fine. So as you know, crystalline, very easy distinguishing from the syllabus. Crystalline and amorphous, how we distinguish? So here the pattern is regular, here it is irregular. Second, what you can write there, these are what? Having sharp melting point, these do not have sharp melting point. Okay, after that here they undergoes or they show anisotropy, here they show isotropy. These are the true one, these are the pseudo solid. So these are the keywords of that distinguishing, and this is the pattern to refer for writing the answer for distinguish. Clear everyone? Okay. Now let us go with the applications, uses and functions. Fine. Now this question generally comes for 2 marks or 1 mark. Fine. So if you are asked to write applications, uses or function, okay, if 2 mark question is there, again you are expected to write at least 4 points, and for 1 mark you are expected to write at least 2 points. But if in the textbook, okay, now for example, salt bridge functions, okay, textbook is given with only 3 functions. So in such a cases, if the question is asked for 2 mark, then you are expected to write only that 3 points for 2 mark. So strictly you have to stick on the textbook given by Maharashtra State Board. Fine, students? Okay. Now the next advantages, disadvantages. It is similar to the application uses and function. Question may come for 2 marks or it may come for 1 mark. Okay. For 2 mark, again any 4 points. For 1 mark, again any 2 points. Fine. Okay. If you are asked any question, okay, for give reason, then write answer in points like point number 1, point number 2, point number 3, point number 4. Okay, at least 4 points for 2 mark. For 1 mark, if it is asked, then at least 2 points for 1 mark. Clear? Okay. Short note, similar pattern. Based on the marking scheme, please write the answer point wise. Clear? Next, it is diagram and its explanation. So generally, diagrams comes from only one chapter, that is electrochemistry. Okay. So here we have only this chapter in the chemistry from where diagrams are asked. So if you get question for diagram, it generally comes for 2 marks. Okay. And here these 2 marks get distributed as 1 mark to draw the diagram, okay, and 1 mark naming, okay, proper naming. So here at least 4 names are expected for the asked diagram. So this is about diagram, okay. Then next, if the numericals are there, so basically for numericals we ask students to stuck on the textbook. Okay, go with the solved numericals as well as unsolved numericals from the HSC textbook. So again, if numericals are asked for 2 mark, okay, or 3 mark, what pattern to refer? So first, write the data, okay. Then second, write the formula, clear, okay. Then third, put all values into the formula. Then it is the final answer with unit. Okay, so in such a case, if the question is asked for 2 mark, okay, how the mark distribution take place? Here your answer with correct unit, it is for 1 mark. Okay, writing formula carries half mark and putting values carries half mark. Clear what I said? If the 2 mark question is asked, formula for half mark, then putting values for half mark, answer with the correct unit is for the 1 mark. Okay. And if the numerical is asked for 3 mark, okay. So if the 3 mark numerical is asked, so again the similar way, write data. Okay. Then second it is formula. Okay. Then third it is put values. Okay. And then last is final answer with unit. Okay. So here now generally 3 mark numericals there in data. Suppose you are asked to calculate value for number of moles or any other calculation is there in data, then this also carries what? Half mark. Okay. Similarly, next formula. Okay. Here it carries again half mark. Then putting values carries half mark. Okay. Similar here to the 2 mark distribution, final answer carries 1 mark. Okay, formula, sorry, here the formula is for 1 mark. Okay, so this is a general mark distribution for what? 3 mark numerical. Okay, so data also carries half mark, formula writing carries 1 mark, putting values carries half mark, and final answer with the unit carries 1 mark. This is with respect to the numericals. Please focus on solved and unsolved numericals from the textbook. Fine. I hope you are understanding and you are clear with the paper pattern. Okay. Now the next is what? Name reaction. So from organic. Okay. How many chapters we have? We have 4 chapters. Okay. First is halogen derivative. Then next is alcohol phenols, ketones. Alcohol phenols and ethers. Next it is aldehyde ketones and carboxylic acid. And the last it is amines. Okay. So each of the chapter contains name reactions. Okay, name reactions means the reactions with the name of scientist. For example, if have direct question to write a short note on root synthesis, then what is expected? If short note is asked, first write the statement, what is root synthesis, and then write the proper reaction with the example. Okay, fine. So this is about the name reaction. So if any of the question with respect to name reaction is asked for 2 marks or 3 marks, first state that name reaction, then give example for the name reaction. Yes? Okay. Now, these are very important points which you need to focus. Okay. Always write paper with black or blue ball pen. Okay. ठीक है. Do not use any of the gel pen. Please use ball pen and no other color, only black or blue ball pen. Okay. Then write all the question numbers. Though you are not writing answer for that question, indicate each of the question number in your answer sheet. Okay. Then next it is write all reactions with pen only. Okay. Reactions do not comes under any of the diagrammatical representation. So you are expected to write all the reactions with the pen only. Clear? Okay. Next, draw diagrams. Draw diagrams with pencil. Here not to use pen. Okay. And when you draw the diagram, at least fill half of the page of your what? Answer sheet and give naming properly. Okay. And strictly, as I said, use pencil, not to use pen to draw any of the diagram. Fine. Whenever you write chemical reaction, please refer to this point. Okay, valency of carbon atom is very much important. So once you finished with the chemical reaction writing, now check the valency of carbon atom. Clear? Next, it is to solve the numericals, always using logbook to get the proper answer. Okay, when you go with the direct method, okay, generally the values, whatever answer you get, it is not proper or it is not as expected. So you will get expected answer only with the use of what? Logbook. So please use logbook to solve the numericals. Fine. After that, always present answers step by step. Okay, whether it is short note, whether it is give reason question, okay, or whether it is explain. Okay, yeah, application, uses, functions, advantages, disadvantages, whatever is asked. Okay, write that in steps. Clear? Okay, next is what? When you write any of the chemical reaction, okay, name the products formed in that reaction. Fine, whichever chemical reaction you are writing. Okay, after finishing with the reaction, please name the product. Clear? For example, as I said, short note of root synthesis. So what is root synthesis? There the alkyl halides react with sodium metal in presence of dry ether to give the higher alkane. This is the reaction. For example, if you are considering this here, CH3Br, okay, two molecules reacting with two molecules of sodium in presence of what? Dry ether. Okay, there the product is what? CH3, single bond, CH3 plus byproduct is NABR. So here this is the major product of the reaction. So you are expected to name this product. Okay, this product is what? Two carbon atoms indicates ethane. So here this is the major product and here this is the minor product of the reaction, which is sodium bromide. Fine. Okay. So names of products are very much important. Clear? Similar to this, if you are writing any of the reaction from the polymers chapter, okay. For example, if you are asked how you will prepare polyethylene, okay, polyethylene preparation reaction. So in such a case, see, polymers are what? Where the monomers react with each other and give the formation of polymers. So as we are asked to form the polyethylene, monomer is what? Ethene. So ethene is CH2 double bond CH2. Okay, which undergoes what? Polymerization and gives us formation of what? This is single bond CH2, single bond CH2, square bracket by N. We consider monomer as ethene and we consider polymer as polyethylene. So, when you write preparation reaction for any of the polymer, okay, in the product side, to the square bracket, you write N. Okay, what it indicates that number of monomers are involved into the reaction. Okay, so here the very important thing is what? While writing the reactant, indication of N is very much important. Okay, when N numbers of reactant react, you get the polymer. Clear? So indication of N carries marks. Okay, if you are not writing N to the reactant side, then you are going to lose your marks. Okay, fine. Next is about the derivations. Okay, so almost 17 to 18 derivations are there. Okay, throughout the syllabus from the physical chemistry. Okay, so chapters are what? Solid state is there, then solutions is there, ionic equilibria is there, chemical thermodynamics is there, chemical kinetics is there. So these are the 5 chapters from which basically you will find a question regarding to derivation. Okay, so if any of the derivation is asked, okay, so there you are expected to indicate each of the term involved into the derivation. Fine. And step by step writing is expected. Okay, clear with this part? Okay, and once you get finished with your paper, okay, please underline the keywords. Okay, do this underline with the black pen or blue pen or with the pencil, but please underline the keywords. Clear, everyone? Okay, so this is March 2024 board's question paper. Okay, ठीक है? For your reference, here it is attached. So as I said, section A, 10 marks. Okay, which is what? MCQs. Okay, so yes, section A, 10 marks. Okay, that are multiple choice questions. So as I explained, from question number 1. If you are giving attempt for first question, okay. So there, how you will answer the question? Yes, the spin magnetic moment of Cr3 plus cation is. Now its answer is option number C. Okay. So how you are expected to write this? This is what question number 1. Okay. From that, this is MCQ number 1. As I said, answer is C. So write the option C. Okay. Put a dash and then write the value 3.873 pm. Okay. This is the pattern to give your attempt for MCQs. Clear? So these are the 10 MCQs. Then question number 2 for what? 8 marks. So overall section A is for 18 marks. Fine. Okay. So these are the questions. See what is mentioned over here. Answer the following. So expected answer is only a single word or a single line. Clear for question number 2. Then here, this is section B. Okay. Attempt any 8. Okay. Overall, 12 questions are given. Carries 16 marks. So when you will start with writing, first tick mark to the questions which you are going to solve. Okay. So this is from question number 3 to question number 14. Among these 12, any 8 to attempt. Okay. Here this is section C. Attempt any 8 from the following for 24 marks. Again, first tick mark to the question numbers. Okay. And then start writing. So here the section start with 15 and ends with question number 26. Okay. And here this is last section. Section D, where attempt any 3 from the following for 12 marks. Okay. So this is question number 27. Now, if you are observing to section D, see. Okay, how the question is asked. So, marking distribution is what? Question number 17. These are the 3 reactions. Okay, carries 1 mark each. So, this is what? 3 marks. Plus, for 1 mark, they have asked to write the uses. So, the 4 got distributed as 3 plus 1. Similarly, if you are observing to the next question, question number 28. Okay, so see how many questions are involved. Here, the extensive and intensive properties, then isobaric adiabatic processes, then what are enzymes, and then write the atomic number for transuranium elements. Fine. So each of the question is for 1 mark. So here the 4 mark distribution is what? 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Okay. And as I explained you earlier, that section D contains only one numerical for 2 mark. So here the question number 29, where the numerical is asked, okay, which is for 2 mark. Then definition is for 1 mark and chemical reaction for 1 mark. So the mark distribution is what? 2 plus 1 plus 1. Okay, look at the question number 30. Again, 3 questions are involved. Derive, derivation is there. Then net cell reaction is asked. And then it is draw the structure is asked. So derivation is for 2 mark. Then net cell reaction for 1 mark. And structure is for 1 mark. So again, the distribution is 2 plus 1 plus 1. And for question number 3, here you are asked to write the unpaired electrons and the geometry for these 2 and 2 reactions. So here this is for 2 marks and these 2 reactions for 2 marks. I hope you are understanding. Okay, so for section D, marking distribution is what? 4 can get divided as 2 plus 2. Second way, it is 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Third way, it can be 3 plus 1. Okay. So this is about your question paper. Okay, with this, as I said, you need to stuck on the chemistry textbook given by Maharashtra State Board. Fine. So refer to the textbook only. Okay. To write answers for definition, statements, derivation, solved, unsolved numericals. Please refer to the textbook only. All the name reactions, whichever is there, please refer to the Maharashtra State Board textbook. Okay. So here, with this, Vidyalankar classes also provides crash course for MHT CET. All the details you will find in the description box. Also, we have our score booster books for MHT CET with the new syllabus, okay, which you can order on Amazon as well as Flipkart. Okay, so I hope you understood. Okay, so again, which topics not to which topics to refer. Okay, mostly definitely you are going to ask statements, okay, laws, other with this definitely you will find distinguish questions, okay, derivations, okay, as well as name reactions, okay, as well as if you have fear about organic chemistry, you can only focus on electrophilic substitution reactions. Okay, for example, halogenation is there, sulfonation is there, nitration is there, Riddlecraft alkylation, acylation is there. Okay, with this name reaction from each of the chapter. Okay, fine. And as well, few structures are mentioned in chapter 11, 16, 17, 18. Please focus on the structures which are there in that chapter. Okay, so please stuck on definitions, statements, distinguishing points, derivations, okay, electrophilic substitution reactions, and name reactions. Okay, I hope you got idea to write chemistry papers. All the best, everyone. Thank you.